Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
Flames that burned down a barn, a shed, and threatened homes are thankfully out, but the damage is done. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. Every county fire department called into action to battle two separate fires this afternoon.
Valley News Team's Macy Enger was there to see both fires and explains how flames came within a few dozen feet of homes.
Small pockets of flames left to burn out in the front yard of this rural Holly home. The house is still standing, but the people who live here did lose their shed.
In a little wooden building.
That's where the fire is believed to have started. Flames quickly spread over 100 acres behind the home. Firefighters started a back burn to knock it out.
I'm not exactly sure what time this one came in because we had so many that came in at the same time.
Firefighters say a spark from a burn barrel caused this barn to topple. Everything inside destroyed, even a boat.
5 or 10 minutes, they said that the building was engulfed with flame.
The fire burned at least a mile behind the barn before firefighters put it out.
I understand people like to clean up their yards and burn their leaves, but you have to remember we have not had a whole lot of rain. The snow usually is the one that melts and gives us plenty moisture. We didn't get that either.
Even if it sounds like a broken record, so don't burn.
Right. Yeah, do not. It's way too windy and way too dry.
It's an important thing to remember. In Clay County, Macy Enger, Valley News Live.
A burn ban is in effect in Fergus Falls. Burning restrictions are in place in Clay County. Now, there may be some relief headed this way. You're looking at live radar. Hutch will be along to explain it in detail, but it shows that there is some rain out there, which would be a welcome sight.
A man from Illinois is in the Cass County Jail on several charges, including DUI and terrorizing, after a hit-and-run crash in West Fargo today. Police were called after the suspect, James Parker, took off and the victim was following him. Parker eventually pulled over and started walking toward the victim's vehicle with a chainsaw in hand. He dropped the chainsaw in the ditch when police showed up and then started to leave again. Parker was eventually arrested on several charges and taken to Sanford ER for possible ingestion of controlled substances.
Names have not been released following that fatal ATV accident outside of Gardner, North Dakota. Autopsies are scheduled for the two men who were killed sometime last night. A neighbor came upon the accident scene this morning around 8 o'clock. An investigator said it looked like the driver had sideswiped some trees before crashing and coming to a rest. The men were ages 49 and 52.
The cost of college education has soared over the past 20 years. In the last decade alone, student debt has tripled. The average college student is now graduating with about $30,000 in debt.
A Massachusetts senator has even stated that student debt is crushing people and preventing the economy from growing. One thing many people don't realize is that there is very little assistance to help students.
Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop looks into how this high cost is impacting young people and parents in our area.
Education is an investment.
College, like I said, it's something that you almost need today in our economy. If you want to be recognized as someone who actually has potential, you need that piece of paper. Otherwise, they're just going to look over you.
It's a common perception by millennials. A college degree equals a good job, which equals good pay. But as more and more students go to college to get an education, they climb deeper and deeper into debt.
They really don't tell you much when you take them out about what your estimated monthly payments are going to be. They just say, hey, this is how much you are borrowing from us.
For MSUM junior Jordan Ryan, he knows once he's handed that diploma, in just a year, he will have nearly $50,000 in debt.
I just kind of like to turn a blind eye to that and say that's future Jordan's problem.
Jordan says he didn't know much about loans at age 18, but he was lucky to have his mom advise him to take a fixed interest rate.
No one ever told you the differences between these loans or how much you should try and take out and then supplement with a job or anything. No one mentioned anything about that.
Senior Brady Kelk is weeks away from graduating and admits he never examined the interest rate closely on his private student loans. He just wanted to cover the tuition that the government didn't.
FAFSA only covers so much, so you got to take out additional private loans, and each rate's going to be different. So trying to figure out which ones you need to pay off first and which ones to kind of put on the back burner is going to be something very difficult to deal with.
Jordan and Brady both know it will take them years to pay off their debt, but say they couldn't imagine what the cost will be just 10 years from now. That is something new parents Mia and John have already thought about. They've already started putting money away for their 10-month-old son, Albert.
We just want to be able to prepare ourselves now that he's so little so that he doesn't have that pressure.
Mia says she was blessed to go to college on a scholarship and doesn't want Albert to take out student loans. She and her husband believe by helping Albert with his education, he will be set for life. Jordan knows his education is important. He just hopes he doesn't fall into the trap that other college graduates have, deferring or defaulting on his debt.
Where you can't get any job without a degree, and you can't get that degree without money. And the interest rates being charged are almost another job in itself.
College graduates are pinching pennies while trying to pay living expenses and student debt back in the first few years after college. Some people don't make enough each month to stay in the black, and they think they could get help from programs like food stamps.
The debt that you're paying on your student loans is not taken into consideration.
That's right. The average college graduate carries about $30,000 of debt, but the government doesn't consider student debt an acceptable deduction. Sydney Shook says food stamps is a program based on family size, and most college graduates don't qualify.
If the debt I went into going to school so I could get that decent job and contribute to society isn't counted as actual debt where I can get assistance, that just seems a little redundant.
Shook says although most people come to his office with immediate need, he is not the one making the rules.
Whether you're a working poor or you're a recent graduate or an aged or disabled individual, the fact of the matter is tomorrow dawns and you need to meet your needs. They should make sure that those in power understand that, and that's what moves politicians.
Like Sydney, Jordan agrees and feels there are needs that need to be fixed. He says students should make sure they are not wasting their time in college and go when they are ready.
Anyone who's supplying debt could take a look at their interest rates and, realistically think, hey, do we really need to charge this much to an 18-year-old?
I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon.
As for Shook, he says people need to alert those in power to make changes.
And what drives congressmen are constituents. And that's where individuals who are offended or felt hurt by need to make their voices known.
If you are in the student loan repayment phase or will be there soon, there are simple things you can do. First, pick a repayment plan that suits you. You can use the Department of Education's repayment estimator. We have that on valleynewslive.com. The second thing you can do is refinance to try to get a lower interest rate and consider consolidating. The last thing is many lender programs give incentives to stop paper statements and use automatic payments. Steph, I wasn't a student too long ago and I fell into the category of student debt. One piece of advice for soon-to-be graduates is to not just sit around and wait during your grace period, but be proactive and look into everything.
It's very good advice, Ashley. Thank you. Another issue that's contributing to the high student debt that college graduates face is many students do not graduate on time. We have much more advice and helpful links on valleynewslive.com. Just click on this story.
A candlelight vigil was held on the NDSU campus tonight to pay tribute to those who have died and honor survivors of the recent earthquake in Nepal. Rescue efforts continue in that country following Saturday's 7.8 magnitude earthquake that killed more than 5,000 people.
Churches United for the Homeless unveiled the design options for the property they purchased on 34th Street North in Moorhead. Due to the large affordable housing shortage in the region, Churches United plans to build an apartment building on the land pending funding. The apartment building will be on 2.5 acres of a 10-acre lot.
It's a leap of faith, literally, in trying to address the unmet needs of the people we're here to serve. We are grateful for all the private development that's going on, but the reality of the construction costs and everything involved means that a lot of people are priced out of the market.
This is the first time Churches United will provide permanent housing beyond sheltering should the funding go through.
The Orange Bag event in Grand Forks this weekend will give people in Grand Forks a chance to do a little spring cleaning while helping others. Members of the Greater Grand Forks Young Professionals hit the streets a week and a half ago and distributed 1,000 orange bags. They'll pick them up on Saturday in hopes that people will have filled them with new and used clothing, sheets, bedding, towels, and new toiletries. The items will be distributed to 7 local nonprofits.
A lot of the families that will be getting this stuff, they're all different sizes, children, not children, men and women. Okay. And then also new personal care items, toiletries, household items, or small household items as well, such as blenders, pots and pans.
Even if you didn't receive an orange bag, you can still take part in the event. Simply bring your donated items to UND's Hislop Center between 10 a.m. and noon on Saturday. Remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with no wait weather.
Well, if you liked warm weather, you couldn't have picked a better day. Some rain coming, so that's really a blessing as we head into the evening hours. It's just not going to be a lot, so.
We'll take whatever we can get.
Indeed we will, but it's really not going to alleviate all of our fire risk as we go through the next few days. We'll need more. Let's talk about what's going on out there today, and that was that fire burning. Here's the smoke rising from our time-lapse camera. This is the one that was just off to the east of Moorhead that we reported on earlier, and thank goodness that is out at least now, and now we are dealing with increasing clouds into the evening hours. Your temperature, thanks to the cloud cover moving in, blanketing the skies, still 69 degrees. And the humidity that's been in the teens all day is slowly working its way up into the 20th percentile. It's just dry. The clouds in this dry of an air mass are going to be very high, and any raindrops a lot of times will evaporate before they even get to the ground. But there is hope. We'll show you that in a moment. Right now, winds are gusting from the southerly direction up to 30 miles per hour, 64 in Grand Forks, northwest wind at 14 miles per hour. The cool air is moving in behind the showers, so we've had rain move through the Devil's Lake Basin and points north and west along Highway 2. 55 Valley City as the showers are pushing into your neck of the woods. You can see where the showers have not yet arrived as temperatures linger in those nice warm 60s out there. Relative humidity values are 100% for Langdon and Valley City. That's where the rain is. Boy, we are still very dry, though, out ahead of the system. But that will change. Here's a look at the radar. We do see the cool front working its way into the region. The clouds are building. The rain is moving in, and it's moving at a clip of about 30 miles per hour. The whole line moving east to west, west-east rather, and we're seeing the individual cells or showers moving in a northeasterly direction. So the stuff that we see down to the southwest of Fargo has a reasonable chance of pushing in and soaking portions of Cass County now. So this little cluster of rain right here moving to the northeast at 35 miles per hour will be near Litchfield here in the next few minutes by the end of the newscast on towards Fort Ransom and Nome in the upcoming hours of the evening. Southern Stutsman County, these showers are pressing up towards Griggs, Steele, and Trail County. So some good soaking rain moving through the Southern Valley. And as we look at Grand Forks upwind from you, some lighter showers. You'll get a little, but where we see some heavier showers pressing will be into northwest Minnesota out of the Walsh County area near Park River and Grafton. So here's your hour-by-hour forecast heading through the overnight. We got puddles for the Duckies. As we take a look at temperatures in the 50s, some of these showers will be heavy. So some of us will get a few hundredths of an inch, others will get a few tenths. It looks like as we go through the overnight, 3:30 in the morning, the soaking showers push quickly into Otter Tail County and Becker County, so some beneficial rain showers for you as well. Maybe you got some seeds in the garden today or got the lawn fertilized. Regardless, rise and shine Friday morning, 45 to 50 comfortable degrees. And tomorrow, the wind, it takes the day off. Nice weather. Temperatures in the afternoon in the 70s. Even into the evening. Quiet conditions with mostly sunny skies from midday on for almost everyone. Even into the evening, it looks pleasant with temperatures rising into the mid and upper 70s. Rain showers will again be a few hundredths in locations, up to a couple of tenths of an inch of rain. And out in Otter Tail County and Lakes Country, you too may see some good beneficial showers overnight. So rain well after the 11 o'clock hour in Fargo overnight. Temperatures near 50, maybe briefly upper 40s, rising into the mid 70s with light wind. Temperatures in the 70s everywhere. Beautiful lakes weather for tomorrow with setting sun. It looks like we will have plentiful, nice conditions for time on the lake. Thanks, Mike, for sharing your photo. Does look like your weekend planner looking hot on Saturday. Back to the heat, 84 degrees, cooler with more showers on Sunday. These will be hit and miss. Where I think we'll have a good chance at some more soaking rain will be Wednesday into Thursday, the way things are looking now. So maybe some more good news with our dry weather and fire concerns.
Yeah, we got to get some rain.
It would be nice.
All right, thanks, Hutch. Later at 10, is there a problem with the new Apple Watch? A possible defect in the new device?
But first, how a traumatic event could have a detrimental effect on a woman's heart.